Hi guys, it's 3:13 in the morning, can't seem to sleep. Having a bit of trouble just taking a Night-All sleeping tablet because tonight I'm having difficulty sleeping. Had a bit of a tummy bug, not feeling terribly well either. Been resting these past couple of days because I've had a tummy virus. I just, wanted to chat about people changing because it's so obvious that people did change. And I have this friend, sorry, hamsters gnawing in the background. I bought them some lovely cabbage and lettuce and what have you, and they really like that, Anyway, I have this guy friend, in his 40s. I'll say he's not a kid or anything. Used to have the most loveliest chats in the world. I would tell him stuff about my life, the difficulties in life. He would tell me how he was feeling. And beginning of the year, he asked me if I was all right. I bumped into him up the high street. And I said, he said, hi, and I said, oh, hi back, and he said, how you doing, like he always does. And I said, not too good. My street's gone really bad. It's quiet and peaceful at the moment, but you get some nights where it's all peaceful and quiet, and then other nights it's hell on earth. It really is. And then I said to him, they had to lock up the garden because, the kids were getting in and out 3 in the morning, screaming their face off, and grown-ups too, which was a bit alarming because it's not just kids doing it, it's people about 45, 50. And all of a sudden this guy walks off, gives me a funny expression like that, and walks off, and says, and I said, I'm going to have to move from the area, from where I'm living because of the situation that I've been under. And he goes, and he gives me another funny look, like really dismissive look, which is really unlike him. He was in a really good mood. He wasn't having a bad day, I could tell. I've known him for a number of years since I've been at school. Really like him. He seemed like such a nice, caring lad, or older man now, and he just was so dismissive to me that I don't know what to think anymore. And then he started not only being dismissive, went in the Queensmere arcade, started talking over me like, all right, mate, giving them like the wave and that, and turning away, walking back away from me again. And I just thought it was so odd and so out of character and so rude of this individual to have done that to me. Because normally he says, are you all right? Oh no, I'm having a bad day. And he sits there, he talks to me. And I've noticed another thing about this individual is he'll hang around with all these friends of his now. Before he used to hang out on his own, a couple of mates now and again. Bit of a loner like myself. Sometimes I hang out with mates. That's where we got on so well. We had so much in common, Was going to ask him to the cinema to see a film with me one evening because I thought we'd never done that. We've never had a proper catch-up, and see how things went from there, really, because he used to be so nice, so caring and so lovely. Now, if that was the other way around, being the person that I am, I would have said to him, okay, mate, it's going to be all right. You'll find another place, put my arm round him possibly and tried to comfort him because he could see how upset I was about it and distressed on my face. He just didn't give a damn. I don't know what's going on. He went from the most loveliest, caring friend, dearest friend, to absolutely a wanker, quite honestly. Within the last few months, he has been acting differently. He seems differently. He seems all cocky and full of himself and nasty. He isn't a nice person at all, you know. I don't know what's happened to this guy. He's like the others. He's just all of a sudden changed. His persona, his personality's changed. I don't think he was having a bad day either, because he's been like that for months now. This was back in January, I think February, around about Valentine's Day. I just came out with a lovely ice cream and one of those flakes from McDonald's. It was mid-morning. I was walking back home when I bumped into him. And the guy just is so dismissive now. I really don't know what's going on with him. Yeah, I really liked him, you know. Who knows if I'd have asked him out, you know, being mates and all, where it would have led. Would it relate to a relationship? Who knows? But the guy was so off with me, I didn't bother. I thought, I'll blow this, and walked off. And then I saw him 2 other times in the Queensmere, sitting down on, there's like a lovely bench where the restaurant's been pulled out because they're closing everything down in Slough to build the new high street. So there's just this one lovely row of seats. He was sitting on, him and his friends, and saying, oh, hi, you know, hi you, my name, and how are you doing? But when he says, how are you doing, I know he's taking the mickey out of me. Now, I actually know he's taking the piss, because the minute I say, oh, not too good because of my road that I'm living on, sometimes it can be batshit crazy, quite frankly. Excuse my language, but honestly. And then other nights it's like this peaceful, calm. It's been raining quite heavily here. The guy just changed, you know. He started hanging with people. I've never seen them before in my life. I don't recognise them from school or anything. And he just started hanging with all these people, which isn't like him, because as I say, he was a bit of a loner like myself. Sometimes he hung with mates, as I do. We had so much in common before. He was so caring, warm, lovely, and we didn't fall out. There wasn't an argument, so it wasn't that. And now I just say, oh, hello, smile, wave at him and walk off, because I don't think I can trust this person anymore, you know. It's a shame, because I've lost a friend, you know, and someone to talk to, you know, which is a deep shame. I have other friends, I told them about it, you know, how dismissive this person was, how rude he was, that he went, oh, right, every time I started to talk to him. It's not like him, I don't know what's going on, but he changed, his whole personality changed. He's never acted like that before. I can't think of a time where he's actually acted like that. And as I say, he's in his 40s. I've known him since school. He's never treated me like that before. Nothing's happened. We weren't in an intimate relationship sexually or anything. Who knows if we, you know, did get in an intimate relationship before this. Who knows what he'd have done then? Perhaps laugh at me, spread me around. He acts like a bloody 15-year-old kid. What is going on? I don't understand it, because before he acted his age, he was sensitive, polite, decent, and a beautiful human being, lovely to talk to, very understanding. And these last couple of months, he's changed. I don't understand it at all. He's now gone from that to being arrogant, up himself. Just everything's a joke now to him. I'm a complete joke to him. I don't know what the hell is going on. I really don't. I just thought I'd talk about that, because it's really hurt my feelings. It's hurt my heart, because I really loved him as a dear friend, you know, and I used to enjoy our conversations. And it's not because he's a young person, as I say, he's in his 40s. I'm 39 this year, 40 next year, so he's a bit older than I am, so he's got to be like 42, 41, maybe 40. So he's no kid, you know. There's no excuse for it, really. We haven't fallen out, as I say, so it's not that. I've been trying to get my head round it. It's like he's a sadistic mind game player, quite honestly. He was an Indian Asian guy. I don't know which, but that never bothered me because I was always a mate, you know, and we never, you know, it's not like nowadays where everybody's at each other's throats. Although he has changed and he thinks he's so much better than I am, so superior, up himself. What a total B. You know, I'm so angry. And you know when he said, are you all right? I ignored it the first time, and the other day I said, you know what? You just weren't there for me in January or February whenever I saw you, and I told you about my road, and you just laughed at me. You were just so dismissive and rude and callous to me, and there wasn't even a reason. And he just kind of went like that and grinned. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame when people change. Anyway, he changed overnight, it seems, as well. He wasn't like that before. I don't know what's going on with people. I really don't. I just don't. I just thank goodness I'm not like that. Because as I say, if it was the other way around, I'd have put my arm round him. I'd have said, look, mate, I'm ever so sorry to hear about that. You'll find somewhere else nice to live. This guy couldn't give me 5 minutes, and all he does is he's only interested in himself and his friends and taking the mickey out of me. He gets off on it. It's sick. I don't find it funny. I find it quite distressing and disturbing how someone that nice can change that quickly. Sorry, a bit tired, as I say. Can't sleep. Tired but can't sleep. Taking an idol. I'm just fed up with it. I'm fed up how people are changing. And as I say, there was no reason in the world for it. I had another incident where in Iceland, I dropped my ring. It was a lovely ring. You know, a dear friend gave it to me, and I dropped it down the... it was an accident. I put my salad things back and it dropped in the grid of the fridge department, and they were ever so nice. They lifted the grid, nothing was there, and they said, oh, next time we have an engineer in, give us your phone number so we can let you know when we find it. But I went there 2 or 3 weeks passed, went back to Iceland, got some orange juice, and lo and behold, they had an engineer in. I was saying to my mum last night about it, and this guy, everybody else was really nice. I said, oh, we'll get our supervisor. Because it was exactly the same type of fridge, you know, on the lettuce side as it was on the orange juice side and the juice side. And I said, oh, good, you can find my ring now because you've got one of those fridge engineers in to open up the fridges. And the manager comes out. He's an Indian Pakistan. They're really up themselves, these pieces of garbage. I'm really angry. And he starts saying, oh, I can't find your ring. You know, and he's giving me all this attitude, really nasty. And I'm such a nice person in there. I'm polite, I smile, I'm very friendly. And he's so rude. And then the inspector comes out, because I think they had an inspector that day. And he changes his personality to, oh, yeah, we'll let you know when we find your ring. He wasn't like that. He's sadistical. They want you to think they're nice, these people, but underneath they're quite sadistical and rude, and they don't want people of power to know about it. They want you to think that they're nice, but really they're horrible. And I was saying that to my mum, and she said, yeah, you're right, love. And I don't want to say it, but it's just true. So obviously she's had some circumstances like mine. I've never seen anything like it, you know. Until last April, I got on with people, and then I come back from, as I say, Peterborough, visiting my parents, and all hell's breaking out. And I don't know what happened, because when I went away, everything was normal at the beginning of April. January, February, March, it was like any other year, normal. and I come back halfway to pay a bill that came through my letterbox, and the slough changed. It's awful what's been going on, it really is. And as I say, I've been quite poorly, thinking about it a lot, how my friend treated me like he was up himself and so much better than me. He's never behaved like that. I don't know what to think. So many people, and it's not just the Indians and Pakistans, it's the Polish, some white people, it's all the new ones that came in last year. They're so up themselves, they need a good kick up the arse, all of them. They think they're better than us, they think they can bully us whenever they want, and it's disgusting, it really is. I'm sorry about the language, but I'm feeling quite angry about what's been going on lately, and thought I'd make a small video about that. Well, it's running 15 minutes, and so I'll get off now, you know, but I'm going to try and get some sleep. But I really wanted to talk about the peculiar behaviours, you know, that's been going on lately, because honestly, I don't understand. Maybe one thought occurred to me, maybe he was always like that and just pretended to be nice all along. Although I've known him since school, so that's 20, 30 years old, and he's never behaved like that before. And he's behaved like that ever since. So, and he's always with his mates. He acts like he's 15 years old. All right. Nah, not acceptable. He should be acting his age. Not nice anymore. Not nice at all. Anyway, take care, guys. Thought I'd take time to just vent a bit of what I'm going through at the moment. Got my hair done. I'm going to go back for a conditioning treatment on the 2nd of next month. Got a conditioning, got a black blue colour put on, got my fringe done all crookedly. I quite like Phoebe from Charmed. She has like this same sort of hairstyle, only a little bit longer, and the fringe is all like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's not really brushed because I've been lying down, but I had like this nice bob because my hair was all horrible and straggly like a straw man before, and I got it all cut off and coloured and rinsed bluey black. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this haircut. I might keep it this way, and it's been extremely humid, so I'm glad to have short hair at the moment, tell you the truth. Anyway, take care, guys, and talk to you soon. Night for now, then.